Hello everyone, this is Jimmy and welcome to episode 6 of FTB Infinity Evolved Skyblock mode. Since the end of last episode, all of our sifters have been running while I've been offline. This area here is all chunk loaded, and if we take a look, they are all fully backstuffed, which I assume means that these chests are all full. In fact, I've already gone through them, and indeed they are all full. Great. What that means, though, is that we need a better way to store these items than just in a stack of double chests. So I'm going to take this area here, rip up the sugarcane slash whatever this is, wheat farm slash carrot farm, and in its place I will put a drawer bank. And then we will use drawers to hold all the items. We can put void upgrades in it if necessary, and all the storage upgrades, and drawers hold a tremendous number of items and are very cheap. There is one thing we need, though, to make that work, and that is a drawer controller. I recall, this requires a diamond chipset, which is, resources-wise, it's nothing, but it's 800,000 RF. So let's get started on that now, because, it's going to take it a while with our 2 lasers. So if I get some diamonds... We don't have many diamonds because this one machine didn't run for very long, right? The gravel sifter, because the chests were already mostly full. So I do have to use diamonds somewhat sparingly. I guess if I take a stack of redstone out, I'm never getting it back in the chest, so oh well. We have plenty of redstone now. Our redstone woes are gone. Anyways, put it here, hit the diamond chipset button, and off it goes. Alright, so this will shoot at it 80 RF a tick for 10,000 ticks. I don't know how long that is in seconds, it's a long time. But we'll just leave that be, let it run, while I build all the drawers. It takes a lot of wood to make these drawers right now, because so far I'm only getting 2 planks per log, right, by crafting them. I think we actually do have access to a machine now. Yeah, if I make Ic2's block cutter, I believe that can cut wood into 6, but it's very slow. And oh no, that uses advanced casing. Never mind. Well, so I guess we can't make a machine that gets me 6 planks per log yet. In any event, I have 40 compacted drawers and 22 regular drawers. So, ooh, look, a diamond chipset's done. Second one's almost done. Nice. So with this, we can build the drawer controller, and then we can set up our drawer system. As I think we can build the drawer controller. What does a comparator take? Nether quartz, huh? Can we... Is there an easy way to get nether quartz? I know we can sift it from soul sand. I guess that's as easy as it gets, right? Unless we can get the ore from something. Nope, okay. I guess we have to sift some soul sand. So for that, we have to make soul sand. First of all, do I have mushroom spores? Potato, sugarcane... Anything here? Spores? Here they are. Ancient spores. They come from sifting sand. So I got a stack here, and I'm sure there's more in these other chests. Or at least I suspect there's more. In any event, a stack is plenty. So all I need to do now is get some dirt, which I should have plenty of, and we can make some mycelium. Just right-click the spores on a piece of dirt, and it becomes mycelium. Because I have so many, I'll do a handful to get this process started. Alright, so I'm going to leave this here to spread. In the meantime, I need a few more barrels. Place the barrels near the mycelium. Doesn't have to be directly above it. At least I don't think it does. And then fill them with water. Maybe it does have to be directly above it, as evidenced by the fact that the water isn't doing anything. The water should be slowly turning into witch water. But I guess it does have to be directly above the mycelium. Alright, so don't do what I did. Move the barrels down 1 block. There we go. Now when you put water into the barrels, they turn into... the water starts turning into witch water, and it does so quite quickly even. So, yeah, the rate is dependent on how much mycelium is around, and as it happens, some mushrooms start popping up on the mycelium. If you want mushrooms, this is how you farm these as well. Anyways, I don't need much for now, so I'm just going to do the 3 I did here. I'm not going to automate it until I have better item and fluid transport options. Alright, once you have barrels of witch water, then just right-click sand into it, kind of like you do with dust to make, it's like dust in water makes clay. Well, sand in witch water makes soul sand. I have another piece of sand somewhere. The search button tells me I do not, so apparently I only have 2 pieces of sand to my name. Well, I have a lot more in my sifting area, but that's far away. In any event, here we have 2 pieces of soul sand. So if I sift these, I should get at least 2 pieces of nether quartz because 1 piece is guaranteed from each. All right, we got 3. Perfect. I'm gonna grab another one of those chipsets then, and we'll make 2 controllers. So I need one for the mob farm as well. Basically, immediately I need one for the mob farm. So, it takes 2 per controller, doesn't it? All right, I'll go make a little bit more soul sand. Yeah, we got plenty of sand here. 114 double compressed pieces. So that's lots. Now that we have another quartz, I can make comparators. And why can't I make? Does it have to be a 2x2 drawer? I think, yeah, I remember this was an interesting quirk about drawer controllers. It has to be a 2x2 drawer. All right, easy enough to do that. Let's see if I can remember the recipe off the top of my head. I'm the best. All right, it still doesn't like it. Why? All right, let's just click that button and we'll fill it in ourselves. Make me do all the work. Oh, it's because I don't have cobblestone. Awkward. All right, there we go. 2 drawer controllers. And I guess we'll use the 2x2 drawers to hold something. All right, let's set this up here. So I'm going to give it these 2, how big are these? 7x7 chunks for holding items. So my plan is, we don't have an offhand. That's awkward. It's been a long time since I played this version of Minecraft, and I'm sure it shows. Anyways, if you hold the drawer key in your offhand, the drawers you placed are automatically locked. Clearly that doesn't work if you don't have an offhand. Anyways, so I'm gonna have 3 rows of drawers. Basically it'll be 1 row along here, 1 row along here, and 1 along here. And then I'll put like gravel products here, sand products here, and dust products here. Throwing the ores into compacting drawers is great because the drawers automatically compact the ores into their usable forms for you. So it just saves the crafting step. And it also holds a lot more items per, well, I guess it holds a little, for these that only compact 2x2, they hold a little bit more items per drawer. Or for a lot of these recipes that compact 3x3, like, especially stuff that you tend to not use much, like gravel, it's very convenient to be able to just, I don't know, hold a lot of it. I can't imagine a reason why you actually need all that gravel, but if we're going to get it, we may as well not throw it away, right? So anyways, now I can just blast all this open, and I should be able to just double click on the controller, and voila, my inventory empties. All right, so once I get it hooked up, or once I get all the drawers configured and locked, I will, what am I getting stuck on all the time? I will reroute all these pipes to automatically feed into the drawer controller. I love breaking open chests and just having the items fall everywhere. Such a beautiful disaster. But anyways, all my drawers are now set, so I should be able to just, grab items, dump them in. And now these drawers are a lot more item dense than double chests are. Well, I guess without upgrades, they're not. They're as item dense, maybe 30. How many slots go in a chest? 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 by 1, 2, 3, 27. So I guess without upgrades, they're only a little bit more item dense, excluding the compacting factor, because they hold 32 items per block, or 32 stacks per block instead of 27. But once you put storage upgrades in them, they become way more dense. And the fact that they hold a single item individually, each one holds a single item, is a lot more organized. All right, so that's all of our chests emptied out. I'm going to empty out these chests as well here. Break all the last few. More items spill out. And then I'll just, I can change the way that these cables run to put them all into the drawer controller. Like so. Now any items that get sifted will get pulled into the transfer node. It takes the transfer node a little bit of time to scan around and actually find the drawer controller. So maybe some of the ones further away might need speed upgrades in order to keep up. I'll keep an eye on that because I don't want the sieves getting stuck, right? We've already run into a problem though. Our bone meal drawer is full. Wait, just kidding, it wasn't. Wait, what? Why didn't it? Where did it put that bone meal when I clicked it? The bone meal drawer is full. So where did the bone meal go? That was weird. Alright, well, I guess we don't have a problem yet. But I do need to put void upgrades in some of these drawers. I'm probably just going to put void upgrades in every drawer for now. Because eventually every drawer is going to have 5 upgrade slots total. So it'll be 1 void upgrade and 4 of whatever the best upgrade I can make is. Probably emerald. How many emeralds do I have? 2.5 stacks? Or 2 stacks and change? I don't know. They'll have some storage upgrade. The neat thing about this version of storage drawers is when you apply... Oh, I guess it doesn't count for void upgrades. But when you apply upgrades, it actually changes the color of the drawers. I guess it's only storage upgrades. For void upgrades, it just puts that little star in the corner. I'll show you once I make some emerald upgrades or something. But like the emerald upgrade turns the drawer green, which it makes it very easy to tell at a glance what upgrades are in what drawers. At least the best upgrade that's in each drawer. Also, I need more than 32 void upgrades, apparently. I figured out what happened to that extra bone meal. I hadn't locked the drawers down here yet, so it just went into a new drawer. I didn't think that items go into unlocked drawers if you just click them into... Could you not do that to me? I'm going to have to move this tree farm. It's clearly in the way. But I thought the items didn't go into unlocked drawers when you click them into the controller, but apparently I'm wrong. Tends to happen a lot nowadays. Anyways, so let's go lock all these up. I guess I could... Does this still work? Could I click on the... Yeah, you can click on the controller to lock or unlock everything. Much easier. Alright. Now, I did make a handful of these emerald upgrades, so it's 13 times base value. Dang. That's less than it is in current versions of Minecraft, huh? Alright, oh well. I'm going to put them in the drawers that are likely to fill up. So like the iron ore one, and there, as you can see, it gets green bordered. I don't know. Personally, I find it kind of cool. Although I suppose if you want to decouple aesthetics from function, then you would prefer the current version. Anyways, what are some other drawers that are likely to fill up? I guess the bone meal one has already filled up. Gunpowder is pretty full. I'll put it on the other irons. So iron sand. Any of these? That's half full already. Alright, and then once again the iron tier, like this is already 11 stacks, right? And the drawer only holds 16, so while I never want to void diamonds or emeralds, it'll also be decades before I actually have 16 stacks of diamond or emerald blocks. That's just how efficient the compacting drawers are. Alright, I guess that's enough for now. I'll store these here for later. Oh, I have more bone meal here. Now, I did leave all this space open for more drawers. What's going to go here? Well, my plan is, after I have automated ore processing, to put the drawers that hold like ingots, various alloys, etc. over here. So it's like raw materials on this side, processed materials on this side. And then once I get logistics pipes, I can hook the logistic pipe up to a controller or a controller slave somewhere and expose the entire drawer network here to the logistics pipe network with a single pipe. But that's perhaps getting ahead of myself a little bit. Anyways, I'm going to take a little bit of time to set up a very similar system here for the mob farm. This mob farm so far doesn't spawn a huge variety of mobs because I guess it's just whatever darkness spawns. So not all the spots are filled yet. These are reserved for like redstone and glowstone that comes from witches. I guess that's really all that's missing. Now there's a small problem with the way I have this set up, and if skeletons drop bows, which they haven't recently. At first they dropped bows because I was killing them manually, and then they stopped dropping bows because punji sticks killed them. I was about to say, if skeletons drop any bows, they'll get into this transfer node and get everything stuck. But I think because punji sticks don't count as player kills, they don't drop bows, which I guess fixes the problem until I switch over to using diamond spikes, at which point I'll have to come up with a way to avoid the bows. But anyways, gather more wood. I think our storage is taken care of, at least for now, which is good. That allows me to move on to the next project. That project is to work towards getting a unified inventory of some sort. So we have a few options. There's the logistics request table, which is the logistics pipe solution. Ender.io has a very cool item network, I guess you could say, using an inventory panel in this version of Minecraft. It's probably a little ways off though, but it is very fun to use. And obviously Applied Energistics exists, but that's way out of reach. There is a storage scanner from RF Tools in this version, but the storage scanner does literally just that. It scans for items and inventories. It doesn't actually do crafting like the current version of storage scanner. So it's a bit less useful there. So given those options, I think the logistics request table is the closest one to being available. It's also extremely powerful. So this is the recipe for it. It requires a soldering station. So, well, let's start from the beginning. We need a logistics pipe network to make it work, right? So we need a logistics power junction to accept power. I plan on using logistics pipes a lot in this playthrough because I really enjoy how it's implemented in this version of Minecraft. All the crafting recipes are not that bad. Like, it doesn't use that silly programmer thingy that it does in 1.12, right, which is clunky and hard to use. I think so. I'm not sure if these are the default recipes or if these are like modified for this pack specifically, but they're just pretty straightforward, and I adore it. The pipes themselves, however, do require a little bit of progression because we need hardened glass of some description, but we'll get there. All right, first I need a logistics power junction because this is what actually powers your entire logistics pipe network. Just some iron and redstone. May have gotten a little ahead of myself. I made the power junction. I'll place it here for it to start charging because it does have a massive internal buffer. What is that, 4 million? Well, 2 million LP, so I guess, yeah, 2 to 1, 4 million RF. That's going to basically completely drain our capacitor because this only holds 2 million. That's fine. So yeah, I'll put that there, let it start charging. However, we need some other stuff before we can actually start meaningfully using logistics pipes, and those are the pipes themselves. You can mix logistics pipes with buildcraft pipes, which is pretty cool. However, no matter what you do, you're going to need basic logistics pipes. No way around that. So that takes hardened glass. I think it's easier to make hardened glass than fused quartz. So, well, hardened glass is made in an induction smelter. And to make an induction smelter, we need a few more machines. Is it only an induction smelter or an alloy smelter? But I believe it's easier to make the induction smelter. So for that, we need a machine frame. Now, thermal machines still have tiers in this version, but they're very different. So if we look at the induction smelter, the tier of the machine depends on the tier of the machine frame you craft it from. You can also upgrade, like if you have a basic machine, you can upgrade it to hardened, and then you can upgrade that to reinforced, and then you can upgrade that again to resident tier. However, you have to actually pick up the machine to do so, and that's kind of a pain. So to start us off, we'll probably just make basic machine frames. However, we want to eventually get to the point where we can just straight up make the resident machine frame. The challenge here for the resident frame isn't these inputs. These inputs are very easy. I mean, sure, like it's an Imperium gear, whatever. It's this number here. That's 50 million RF per. So we'll start with the basic one because that's only 400,000. All right, so I need to make some tin gears, basic electric circuits, and iron chipsets. Let's start the chipsets now because those take a little while. And these are used just about everywhere, so I'll just start up a whole stack of them. 64 iron chipsets being crafted. I have 3 made already. All right, to make gears, the easiest way, now that I have the ability to make molds for a metal press, is just to make the metal press mold. 4 of the bright steel plates, not railcraft steel plates, any other steel plate around a gear gets us the mold press for gears, and I would like a hop or two. Can we make that happen? Aha. All right. Now, you can need the rest of those chests back as well. Alright, so now if I come to our metal press, put the mold into here, use a hopper to feed items onto the belt, put a chest on top of that, and then an output chest on the other end. And now if I need gears, specifically I need tin gears, I'll need some tin ingots. Let's see, do I have tin ingots in here? These are very dull looking tin ingots. And then, oh, so much running back and forth. Can't wait until I can make logistics fight do the item running for me. And then the item just gets stamped. Voila. That's weird that I did it twice. Are ingots gonna come out this side? No, I guess that was just a graphics glitch. Alright, yeah, usually I don't... This is how it's supposed to look. It doesn't like have two items right next to each other that both get stamped. Anyways, yeah, this makes gears relatively quickly, and, well, no, it's not all that quick. It's still faster than the smeltery, because it, it doesn't have to actually melt it. Alright, so let me get 8, and I'll just start with 8 machine frames. So far, that's chipsets and gears taken care of. We can make dense steel plates very easily, right? This is just 9 steel plates in a compressor. Next, crushed obsidian. This is made by crushing obsidian. Who'd have guessed? Crushing obsidian in a rock crusher. I believe that's the... Well, you can crush all these, like, world anchor type stuff, but it's easiest just to crush obsidian. I'm pretty sure these are just... Oh, these don't even have crafting recipes. Alright, so we need to make a rock crusher. That is made from a 3x2x2, so that's what, 12 rock crusher blocks. Steel block, pistons, diamonds. All right, let me go get some of our steel, and we can make more of that. It's detour time. I'm out of steel. So turns out I need to improve our steel production. There's a couple ways to do it. I could just make the improved blast furnace, feed it more coal coke from probably 2 or more coke ovens. But that still uses charcoal to make steel, or coal to make steel. I'd rather a method of make steel that doesn't use any fuels. It can just use energy. In comes the Ic2 Blast Furnace. So the Ic2 Blast Furnace here uses heat. Can I right click it? No, it won't show me. But it uses heat to make refined iron, which is Ic2's name for steel. It just takes any form of iron in, so any dust or ingot. You have to give it, the tooltip says 1 heat unit a tick, so I assume that's all it uses is 1 heat unit a tick, and it produces steel, or refined iron. It's not terribly fast. Does this didn't tell me how long it takes anywhere? No, it does not. But it is, I mean, it's very resource efficient, right? The only other input is canned air. So to make it, we need a blast furnace, obviously. We need an electric heat generator. That's what makes heat for the blast furnace. And we need a compressor to make the canned air. To make all these machines, it's going to take a lot of plates. So I'm going to also get a plate mold because the metals press is a lot faster than the Ic2 bending machine or metal bender, whatever, at making plates. And I hate waiting for machines. Unfortunately, these two machines make different types of plates. So the plates that I make from here will be a, I'll find out what exactly it is. But I think these look like they'll be, immersive engineering plates. Whereas the plates that come out of the metal bender are Ic2 plates. They're interchangeable, they just don't stack. Eventually discovered a miracle. Don't know how I did it. This works. It works. I have no clue why. But anyways, there's my inventory is a disaster, by the way, but we have a compressor, heat generator, and last but not least, a blast furnace. All right, this one, it no longer works. It was a short-lived miracle, but you know what? I'll take my short-lived miracles. Out there for now, so I can empty my inventory a little bit. Good enough. And then I'll go set these 3 machines up. When placing the blast furnace, you'll notice that one side has this orange-ish, brownish dot. The electric heat generator has a similar dot. You need them to line up. All right. Once they line up, you can provide the the heat generated from the electric heat generator can go into the blast furnace. So let's plug all these in, and they should all be receiving power. All right, now for this machine to actually, wait, is it actually receiving power? I guess it is. We're just not producing much. Probably filling the buffer of something, or let's fill in the compressor's buffer first. Dang, that's not a lot of power. All right, well, the electric heat generator needs heating elements, coils, in order to actually generate heat. So I need to make a few more of those. I don't recall if electric heat generators use these or these. Looks like they use these coils. Now, why are you not receiving power? Do you only take power in on the backside, maybe? Huh. What's happening here? Or is this not enough power reaching the wire? Because you're definitely not doing anything right now. Let me try rewiring this slightly differently. The problem appears to be that these buildcraft pipes, energy pipes, do something approximately nearest first energy distribution. So as you can see there, the energy beam starts off thick, but it peters out once it reaches this piece. So this machine is refilling its buffer, and as such, there's just simply no energy reaching here, which is why it's not running. I guess my temporary solution is to turn off the assembly table because it was using ADRF attack, which basically frees up one water wheel's production. Although this is a sign that we're going to need significantly more energy production basically now. So once I get the steel up and running, I'll probably have to make more energy before we can do the logistics pipe stuff. So anyways, you should be full. So why is energy not getting past here now? These are the right pipes, right? These are all kinesis pipes, yeah? Hello? Why no energy? Maybe I'm mistaken and the electric heat generator only accepts RF in on the dot side? Or EU in on the dot side? I know that these cables can convert RF to EU because, well, it does it for the other machines. I had a thought that maybe this machine doesn't accept heat until it has both air cells and iron ingots, but no, it has both of those, and it didn't, this wasn't generating any heat. That doesn't appear to have done it, though. But there is energy in this wire connector, just not sending it. Receivers don't typically keep their buffers full. I don't understand. One more potential idea. It could be that the machine does not accept EU directly, but like from the wire, but it will accept it from an MFE here, which is just a EU battery. So I give it some type of cable. We'll use a gold cable because that's what I have on me. All these cables in this version of Industrial Craft are completely identical. They're all lossless as far as I know, and they all they display limits, but nothing actually respects those limits. So plug it in. That's what it is. Okay, so yeah, I guess it doesn't directly accept EU to it. You have to power a battery of some sort, and then power it from there. Don't ask me why. Anyways, this is now heating up. Once the heat reaches 100, it'll start running, I believe. So I'm going to give it a little bit of time to heat up. Now it also needs these air cells to run. So I'm going to swap the air cells back and forth with ejector upgrades. I want if you shift right click and upgrade on a side, it'll switch it from eject to any side to eject that side. So I want the blast furnace to eject the west, and I want the compressor to eject the east. So I need to shift right click the east side of a block. It can be any block. Doesn't have to be an IC2 block. Put it there, and then the compressor will automatically send the air cells to here. And then when this is done, right, it turns iron. In fact, let's give it a bit more iron. Iron into steel and an empty cell. It sends the empty cell back to the compressor to run, and it goes back and forth. Now, I don't actually know how much power this thing... Well, I guess this drains a lot of power because it, has a 4 million EU internal buffer. That's a pretty 16 million RF. I guess I could just use these as my batteries. well, in any event, I think this consumes one RF or one EU a tick per HU or heat unit generated. So this consumes 10 EU a tick total, which is 40 RF a tick. The compressor uses 2, so that's 12 or 48 RF a tick total to run the blast furnace. Once a blast furnace is, or the electric heat generator consumes the same amount of EU, whether or not the heat is actually doing something. So that's why don't put too many coils into here, otherwise you generate excess heat that doesn't actually work. All right, so I'm gonna wait for this to heat up, and then we should see it producing steel. Almost there. 97, 98, 99, and 100. Now, only when it reaches 100% does it even begin working. Is it just me, or is this glacially slow? The blast furnace doesn't even accept speed upgrades, overclockers. So, yeah, I guess that's as fast as it is. Upside is it doesn't use fuel, I guess. Oh boy, is it slow. All right, well, I'm just going to leave it to run. I want to see if I put a transfer node here, will it end up yoinking the empty cell that comes out, or is the ejector upgrade faster than the transfer node? I think the ejector upgrade is faster than the transfer node. If it isn't, I can just put a filter in the node anyways. So if I put a hopper to feed in, do I have a hopper on me? If I put a hopper to feed in iron, I can now just batch craft steel, which is better than the blast furnace, where I can batch craft, I can craft up to a stack at a time. However, the slag will jam the machine up, and the blast furnace there, it cannot be interacted with hoppers or any other form of item interaction. Not until you upgrade it to the advanced blast furnace, at least. So, let's put a hopper here. Now, the blast furnace itself, it only uses heat. It doesn't need RF or EU. This is why I didn't bother connecting power to it. All right, well, I guess let's let this run to 100% now. I read on the Industrial Craft Wiki that the blast furnace apparently can accept up to 20 heat units a tick. The tooltip here says 1, but maybe that's a minimum. Like at 1 heat unit a tick, it's capable of running. Does it seem any faster with 20? So that's like 4 to 5 seconds per percent. With only 1, it is... This is down to 10 heat units. It's so slow. No, it's about the same speed, right? There's like 30 different versions of Industrial Craft, and there's one Industrial Craft wiki, so it's impossible to know what version that information is for. Turns out, not this one. It seems like the empty cell or the air cells are actually consumed, like not all at once. So every, I don't know, about 16%, I guess, 16.6 repeating percent, an air cell is consumed, and our transfer node is indeed not yoinking them. They're making it to the compressor. So I don't think I need to filter the transfer node, and we're almost done. This does produce slag too, but the slag is extractable out of this machine. So my plan is to fill this chest up with iron ingots, and just leave it running. It might take it 10 minutes per ingot, apparently, but 10 minutes per ingot by, 24 hours before I have to record again means that... Wait, where's my iron? Oh, it put the iron here, too. That isn't good. I don't want it to do that. Okay, I have a solution. Hold up. That solution is, if I have enough... I guess I'm a little short on power. You're really loud when you're short on power, by the way. Anyways, if I have enough empty cells in this entire system, so I need 1 stack, 2 stack, over 3 stacks, so I need to completely fill the output slot here. Oh wait, no, this is the output slot only for empty cells. Wait, why is the empty cell not being pushed here? Oh, it's not being pushed here because it's full. I see. So I guess I only need, if I have upwards of 2 stacks of empty cells in the system, then this slot will always have an empty cell in it, right? If I have like 2.5 stacks, for instance, I'll have a full stack of air cells there, a full stack of air cells here. And then when a cell empties, it'll get pushed, it'll only be available to be pushed here because this slot cannot accept steel. So that fixes the problem of steel ending up being placed into this slot. Now, why are you not pushing that cell? Do you not push items while you are short on power, I guess? Alright, fine. In any event, I think the system is done now. I did actually end up putting the filter in here too, just to make sure that this won't steal an empty cell somewhere down the line. Alright, well that was far more difficult than I expected it to be when I started this, but we now have automated steel production whose only input is iron. Is it better than inputting coal into a coke oven? I mean, no, probably not, considering how slow it is, and the fact that it does still use power, which we do not have an infinite amount of. But you know what? This is built now, and I'm going to use it. However, this has taken far longer than I expected, so we are out of time for today. So let's leave things off here for now. We'll come back next time and continue our journey down the road towards the logistics request table. Looking at all the steps involved, I doubt we'll get there tomorrow, but I'll give it my best shot. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.